Previously on Fire Emblem Three Houses.
That sounds exquisite.
Exquisite!
I look forward to it.
Whenever anybody either says exquisite, I can only think of freaking Monsoon and the way he just says exquisite. Now there's a penny meme. Exquisite! And now back to Mark Monastery.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
Preparations should be handled quickly after all.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Why? I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade.
Yeah, you guys should be freaking ashamed. You guys should be ashamed I even joined the Black Eagles in the first place.
Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Good lord, you're all such idiots. This entire church is a freaking idiot. Can't wait to settle almost absolutely nothing on the church route.
Hi there!
You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers' Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
And I'm just gonna be blasted off again, Team Rocket style, into 5 years later. Because that's the inevitability.
Well, I'll be...
Pardon me.
Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it?
Not expected, because I knew this was coming.
Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate. So even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through.
You'll probably die, though.
I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might and pray we win this thing.
I mean, knowing you, you'll probably survive, but you know, whatever. He'll miraculously survive somehow.
Maybe. Oh no. I've known His Highness since I was a child, but I've never seen that side of him before. He seemed like a completely different person than the one I know.
Yeah, I know.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that?
Birdie,
Yeah, I guess we'd have to ask her. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Nobody else is gonna get the alternate timeline ideal, so might as well just maintain the only one to do that, I guess. Speaking of which, can I recruit Gilbert now?
What? There are always small power struggles, still. It has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should, Professor. If I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
No, I still can't recruit you. Fudge.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
is Edelgard even trying to achieve? She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan? Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
Oh, I won't. I'll just be blasted off.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the Battle of the Eagle and Lion and everything else.
Yep. And everybody was played for a freaking fool. Except for me, because I played the Black Eagle out first.
What the?
Whoop-de-doo.
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor? And she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Prepare for the worst.
Dear me. Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? I knew the kid had it in her. I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out.
And that will probably only happen in the church route, because that's probably the only thing that'll actually happen. I don't know.
Is that so?
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us?
Everything will be alright.
I believe you. With the Knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles?
I have no idea.
Me either. Of course, even if we did get it, what do we do about it? I hope this all gets sorted out quickly and safely. I'm worried about my father.
At times like this, I just feel so anxious, you know? But you'll watch out for me out there, right, Professor?
Yes. His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight.
You're truly always that?
The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant, and if Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscur, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
I'm glad to know you're planning going that way. Okay. Bye.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
The arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire. But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Yeah, this is just going terribly wrong. Where's Dimitri?
You saw it too, didn't you? The boar's true nature. He's hidden his desire for revenge pretty well. But now it's stirred up. Well, regardless, that girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels
strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
I don't care about Rhea anymore. Stop messing and good. She's not worth saving.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Alright, nothing I can do to change your mind, apparently.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this?
If only I made you join me in the Black Eagles Cloud, it would have made sense.
All right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe. Professor, can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world? Just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear. And now, Surely we can win if we rely on each other. Right, Professor?
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? There was a truly terrible war once upon a time. I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
You guys are all acting way too suspicious for my liking. I absolutely hate it!
Hey, you. Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did.
I don't care, I haven't even talked to you that much as often anymore, because I know you're too freaking nature, you son of a sandworm!
Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
I don't hear her anymore! I can't hear a thing!
Please do not say such sad things. May the goddess's voice...
Oh, shut up!
Well done. You have my thanks.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
I'll try.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach.
I'm so jealous at this point, it's just one in his grave.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
You think?
Hey, you.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow.
Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess.
I'm gonna stop.
I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Really?
Professor. So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've got to do it, and I gotta do it as best I can. And if that means I gotta die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody.
She is the freaking bad guy.
I just don't get it at all.
You probably shouldn't get it.
A moment.
Ugh.
Half of the other Bernadetta's and my half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
Only choice is to prepare now. Because that's about the most we can do.
Pardon me.
Wait, so when did I get Zenith? Probably because I just joined with the church. Maybe that's why. Okay. Well, whatever.
Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something?
Yes?
It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals. I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. What do you think would be the best strategy to, are you listening, Marianne?
I was listening. I just don't think I can really...
For crying out loud! Why do you always have to admit defeat before even giving yourself a chance?
My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me.
This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you encounter.
Well...
Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense? Just nothing. Now you listen to me for a moment. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own, perhaps more grave than yours, if you can imagine.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not the only one who has such troubles to contend with. Everyone does. That's why it's so important to maintain a positive outlook and do what we can. Each time we find the light in the dark, we grow, bit by bit. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on?
Lysithea, I envy your confidence and strength.
Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you?
Yes. Well, maybe someday.
The time is now. This is your moment.
Oh, okay.
That's more like it. Now to start, why don't you help me out by answering my questions about wild animals?
I'll certainly try my best.
That's better. Well, if Archie has nothing else to do, I guess we're gonna go on. Some sword training. Because I don't know why I need to teach you the sword. Here's some faith. Even though I have no idea why I'm giving you faith anyways. Reason. Good. You must have faith too. Even though faith is only mostly for healing. And some magical attacks. Yes. Don't know why I clicked you again. That should be fine.
I'd like to confirm something with you.
I am staggered about how routinely the students seem to neglect the studies in favor of petty romance. You should get this under control.
I'm not sure I comprehend.
Oh my god! You are a father, for goodness sakes! For fuck's sakes.
Thank you. I am with you this time, brother?
No need to worry, Flame. Simply leave it all to me.
Must you always take away all the fun from me?
I've always wanted a dragon.
This was less than ideal. Still, nothing to blame but my own inadequacy.
That is because you attempted to do everything yourself. Next time, allow me to help.
I'm just gonna rest.
Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side. We have nothing to fear. Victory will be ours.
Professor, are you ready?
Almost.
Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage. To make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. Do not underestimate how extraordinary her abilities are.
They're here. At long last.
It seems this will be a battle to remember. About time.
I'll never give up, no matter how outnumbered we are. I'll fight to the very end.
I should have made a move on the Imperial Princess before things got this far. It could have changed everything.
We have the goddess's divine protection on our side. All that's left is to try our best.
All we can do is fight as best we can. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm really scared right now.
We can't just hand over the kingdom and the monastery. We'll stop her, no matter what it takes.
Your Highness, you do not seem well.
Unwell, you say? What's gotten into you? Nothing could be farther from the truth. I'm so happy I can hardly contain myself. My father, my stepmother, my dear friends. They want her head. They want her life. They've whispered as much to me. And the chance to answer their pleas has arrived at long last. Of course. But don't mistake my intentions. Edelgard will die by my hand, and mine alone. Let's move, Professor. Even if it costs me my life, I won't rest until I've crushed her skull in my bare hands.
Okay, I think you're taking this whole event thing way too seriously. Good lord.
Well, come back.
I have a report. The enemy is within the walls. They're about to break the defensive line.
The Archbishop and the defensive line both require our assistance. We must protect them until reinforcements get here.
Stay focused.
Hey there! You're dead!
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I'll cut through.
What should I do?
Dead.
Give up.
Who, me? Leave it to me.
Dead.
We're all ready.
Hi, Death Knight.
Let us away. Oh no.
It's a good thing Bernie's my next hit to this.
I'll give it my all.
Here goes.
Ready and able.
Okay.
Report. The enemy has taken the entrances where the reinforcements were heading.
We must retake the strongholds to the east and west so our reinforcements can get through.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Just doing my duty.
I'm gonna heal you.
Sufficient.
Dead. Dead.
You're relentless.
I don't know why I decided to use that.
I'm getting stronger.
I've seen the broken wall. Something. It's the time I've seen it at least. Move out of the way. So it's saying we don't have physic. Do you? Hey, buddy. No, I don't want to do this. I'm getting close.
This battlefield is too chaotic for us to kill each other upon.
No hesitation.
Well, you're dead.
The time is not right. I will wait for the next opportunity.
Sure. Whatever you could mean by that. Do I know your identity in this round? I don't know.
One stronghold secured.
I'll never know. I'll never know. Okay, demonic beast gone. I was waiting to start moving out. God, all this movement. Okay, there's another one.
Over already.
Hi.
As expected.
I'll stick.
Cool.
Still got room.
I have no choice but to distinguish myself in this fight. We'll make our move.
You're dead.
I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must retreat.
Well, whatever works. Whatever works for you, my man. So, let's see if this random ally.
This is what I do.
Hi. Miss.
You fought well.
I'm coming, Edelgard. Whether I like it or not.
Threat eliminated. Not good.
My life was changed forever by Her Majesty. Now, I lay it on the line. For the Empire! Lady Edelgard, I'm so sorry. I can't keep going. I must retreat.
I guess I'm not able to catch up a certain time.
Next time, bring her friends.
What you fail to appreciate is that we have at our backs a force you cannot hope to defeat. I can afford to fall back. We still have the advantage.
Both strongholds secured, with time to spare.
Late. We are all tired of waiting. Now, let's separate that sick head from your neck, shall we?
You never were one for patience.
Another win.
You will come to regret raising your blade against the Emperor of the Adrestian Empire.
Well, I didn't get a chance to get the dialogues open. Whatever, maybe next time. Yeah, sure, I did all the work.
But now, your fight is over. Send in our reserve troops, and give my uncle the signal.
What is this?
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands. No, I will not allow another Red Canyon tragedy to happen here.
Yep.
What is going on?
What now?
I'm bonusly risking my life!
Why did you come?
Hi! Snap! Ah, crap. Looks like I'm falling off again!
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. But amidst the chaos of battle, she vanished, and her whereabouts remain unknown. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun. Part 2. Azure Moon. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at Dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by two opposing factions, those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
Your body is awake, like so much rain. In order to survive, the only one who truly knows... Excuse me! Get on your feet. Right now! I'll cut...
Hey.
Where am I?
We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garrick Mach is upstream of here, but...
What do you mean?
Huh? Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since. Anyway, I've heard some thieves have been spotted.
What year is it?
It's the Ethereal Moon. Tomorrow was supposed to be the
Millennium Festival.
Yeah, I doubt there's a... Hey, slow down, will you?
The monastery.
Are you crazy? I heard a rumor that Imperial troops went up there to investigate and got...
Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward.
Fuck off.
You just remember, I tried to stop you.
Don't need to worry about me.
Unbelievable.
Huh. It's a bunch of Imperial troops dead. There's a lot of them. Oh. Dimitri. Take my hand.
I should have known that one day you would be haunting me as well.
You. What must I do to be rid of you? I will kill that woman, I swear it! Do not look upon me with scorn in your eyes.
Everything will be okay.
You... It can't be. You're alive? If that is the case, that can only mean you are another Imperial spy. Did you come here to kill me? Answer the question.
Of course not. Dimitri? I'm glad you're safe.
Am I?
What have you been doing the past 5 years?
I have been dead, more or less.
Why do you say that?
What do you hope to gain asking me that? There are more important matters at hand. Do you not smell them? Filthy rats everywhere, and traces of those who were here long ago. And thieves crawling from the woodwork, attracted by the promise of treasure. Since the monastery fell, order in this area fell right along with it. You must have seen the state of the town near Garrick Mach on your way here. Vile thieves run rampant. They pillage and loot to their heart's content. I must kill them. Every last one. It's time to hunt down their nest.
What do you plan to do?
I told you. I will kill them all.
We don't have to kill them to stop them.
They must die. Someone must put a stop to this cycle of the strong trampling the weak. Or do you condone their actions? Do you believe that the pillaging and slaughtering those rats live for is justified? It is reprehensible, and they must be put down. I intend to give them a taste of the pain they have inflicted on others. Even if it means becoming a rat myself. I swore to at least do that much. I will not let them down.
How many thieves are there?
It doesn't matter. All that matters is killing those who deserve to die.
Dimitri?
Good work. I should have known to check the monastery. Let's move quickly.
Yes, sir!
Dimitri, I'm on my way.
In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Imperial loyalist Cornelia has subdued all regions of the former royal house of Blavid to prevent further revolt. Prince Dimitri has been sentenced, Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius struggle to continue the resistance. Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, the imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan. In the meantime, the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
So we're gonna kill Rhea by the end of this, right? We're gonna kill her at the end of this. I don't care about our saving her one bit. I just care about killing her. No? I don't know. Hunting by daybreak.
It smells of blood and sewage. Seems I found their nest.
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
Shall we go rat hunting? Don't let a single vermin escape.
What's my strategy?
Hi.
Another victory. I'll comply. I disposed of doubt long ago.
Hi.
It won't be in vain.
Eventually, I too will fall. I disposed of doubt long ago. All talk and no action.
This could turn the tides. All is going to plan.
Dead.
Too weak for this world. With each kill, more monstrous.
Let's do this right.
Eventually, I too will fall.
His Highness and Professor? We must speak later.
Ash!
I know it's been 5 years, but I never expected the monastery to end up like this.
Mercedes!
Oh, I haven't seen any of you in such a long time. I'm so glad to see you're alive.
We'll help out from here. It's over, thieves!
Why? Why are you here?
I must lead them well.
Too weak for this world.
My orders?
I'd be honored. It was the only way.
At your service. I'm your girl.
Level up.
I keep...
Another victory. I disposed of doubt long ago. I'll never be satisfied.
I must steel myself.
I pushed too hard. I'm sorry.
Any more allies?
The monastery has become a nest of thieves.
Sylvain! Ingrid!
Professor, you're alive after all. But first things first, let's defeat these thieves.
Felix!
I'll lend a hand. We'll catch up later.
Listen up. We must end this quickly.
All is going to plan.
Oh my gosh. There's certainly one way for a class reunion.
On my honor as a knight.
Ready when you are.
I'll cut through.
What's the plan?
Growths.
There are openings to the north and south. We'll split into two and tear them apart.
Be careful. One to remember.
Dead.
I shall not stray.
Just be careful.
Dead.
All for our future. I sense an...
Dead.
I won't falter. Up.
He's a thief. He's a thief by nature. Surveillance.
Don't see you in the eternal flames.
Nah, Mr. Critical Animation Fudge. Oh, maybe another time.
We promised 5 years ago we'd meet, here and now.
I must... At your service. I'm your girl.
What's my strategy?
I'd be honored. We promised...
My orders?
Be careful.
I'll comply.
Just be careful.
Ready when you are.
That's Norton.
Atone for your sins. My strength.
What's the plan?
Review. Think. Be gone! Ooh!
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Jeez! Ooh, what was that? Because I see a sword. For high critical hit rate. Wow, okay. That's every treasure chest. There's not much else to do.
No, I'm not the one you want. Guess I've got no choice. Here is something to believe in.
Here is something to believe in. You're deaf.
It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat? You didn't plan on letting him get away, did you?
All according to plan?
You should yield me a tidy profit.
Yes, that was exactly according to plan. Okay.
Maybe I'm not a total waste.
Okay. Interesting.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Okay, sure. I'll take that.
Your Highness! Professor! I'm so glad you're both safe.
Why are you here?
Did you forget? We all made a promise on this very day 5 years ago.
Dimitri, weren't you the one who asked that we all meet up here?
Don't be silly. Of course you remember our promise. That's why you and the professor are here, right?
Your Highness, I have been following news of your whereabouts for a while now. I am relieved to have finally found you.
Do not call me that. I am not a prince, but a walking corpse.
Why would you say that?
That is what we all believed, but it is not so. I can see with my own eyes that you are alive, Your Highness, but the jail cells in Ferdiad are as solid as they come. How did you manage to
do?
What happened?
He's dead. He died in my place.
I see. We will be sure to honor his loyalty, Your Highness.
No, that can't be!
As for the state of the kingdom, the lords from the western regions have declared their fealty to the Empire, starting with House Rowe. Cornelia's band of traitors now refers to kingdom territory as the Farkas Dukedom. They've made Ferdiad their stronghold as they continue to invade the eastern regions.
I refuse to believe that the dude's dead.
She is a mage who has served the royal family for more than 20 years. There is much to tell you. I will explain everything in time.
Well,
It's not like all of the kingdom's lords have sided with the Empire. There are plenty of houses, like mine and Felix's, that remain stubbornly opposed.
Your Highness, please allow us to take up arms at your side once more. What we need more than anything isn't soldiers, money, or supplies. We need the legitimate heir of Fargus to overthrow the Empire and reclaim the kingdom. Such is your duty. It is yours alone to bear, and well worth fighting for. Only you can gather our troops and lead us back into the light.
You was still needed, Dimitri.
I see. So, you all agree that we must fight back.
And you see how that woman, how the Empire cannot be forgiven. That we must wipe them all out until not a single one of them remains.
Wipe them all out? I don't think any of us here are suggesting anything that extreme.
Professor, there is something I would like to ask you. Please, join me inside the monastery.
Sure.
To think you survived under all that rubble for the past 5 years. I suppose stranger things have happened, odd as that is to admit. There is still much I would like to ask you, but I think that's enough for now.
But no nice to say was.
On that day 5 years ago, during the battle with the Imperial Army, Lady Rhea went missing. Since then, the Knights of Seros have continued searching for her. And for you, I hear they have yet to find any promising leads. As the Empire has yet to release a statement, it's hard to imagine that she has perished. And yet... No, never mind. Once news of your survival gets out, everyone will flock back to the monastery.
What happened to the kingdom?
After that battle, a certain incident took place in Ferdiad. Rufus, who was serving as King Regent, was murdered. I was once a knight in service of the royal family. I resigned from the Knights of Seros and returned to serve the kingdom. However, this is madness. You truly claim that His Highness is the one who killed Rufus?
Oh, but it's true. The only one who could slip past the bodyguards and kill so efficiently is the young prince. You can't deny it.
Rufus is Prince Dimitri's uncle. His Highness is incapable of such an atrocious crime as murdering his own blood.
Ah, but they were never very close, were they? It's a well-known fact among former retainers. There are even rumors that Rufus was originally involved in the tragedy of Dusker. Perhaps His Highness believed those rumors and murdered Rufus in a fit of rage. But I'm afraid none of that matters now. Much, you senile old fool. The kingdom you love falls to ashes.
It was soon after announced that his sentence had been carried out. With His Highness's death, the royal bloodline of House Blathid was erased from this world. True to her word, all we could do was watch as she tore the kingdom apart before our eyes. Since the execution and the prince's corpse were concealed from the public, there have always been those who believed His Highness was still alive. As for myself, I only began to hope 3 years ago, when I chanced upon some compelling rumors.
What rumors?
An Imperial platoon attacked without warning. Incident after incident of Imperial generals being slaughtered in Kingdom territory. It is said that each died in such a brutal, gruesome way that it is hard to imagine they were killed by human hands. I followed the rumors to location after location. Eventually, I had seen enough. I knew the rumors were true. Finally, after a half-decade of torment, it happened. I found him. I fear his deep hatred and the weight of his solitude have consumed him for far too long.
Me too.
We must bring him back from the edge on which he stands. To that end, I must speak with His Highness. I imagine it will not be a quick or easy conversation. I pray that he is of a mind to speak of such things. I am certain that my words will... never mind. What must be done, must be done. I would wager that you are weary after the day's events. Perhaps you should take this opportunity to get some rest.
Right.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Guardian Moon. The Delusional Prince. Prince Dimitri and the remnants of the royal army join with the remaining Knights of Seiros to form a revitalized kingdom army. Using Garreg Mach as their base of operations, they rise to action against the Empire.
You? So you were alive after all.
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you. But I see Lady Rhea isn't with you.
Damn, everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Gilbert has told us everything. From here on, our strength is yours as well.
Does my heart well to see that all of you are safe. Now that we have all gathered, let's discuss our next course of action.
We have two objectives: to overthrow the Empire and to rescue Rhea.
I don't care a dang about Rhea anymore.
I have no objection to joining forces with you. After all, our interests are aligned.
Nothing could be more reassuring than securing the cooperation.
The Archbishop entrusted all of her affairs to you. From now on, I shall comply with your wishes.
We'll make Garreg Mach our base, and prepare to make our stand against the Empire. There is a fair amount of damage, but we will at least have shelter from the wind and rain.
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
While it may be a strategic location, it's too far from the front lines to be worthy of notice at the moment. This area is inconvenient as far as transport time is concerned, so it's of little importance to their war effort.
Even so, nothing slips past the Emperor. It is safe to assume she at least has this place under surveillance.
Professor, what do you think about making this place our base?
I have no objections.
Fortunately, there are still villages and hamlets nearby, and though I wouldn't call them abundant, we have war funds as well. What do you think, Your Highness?
Do as you please.
Hey, don't act like this doesn't concern you. We finally reunited after all this time. We've got to work together.
She's right. In fact, why don't we all join forces and clean this place up a bit?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it'll give us time to reminisce about all the good old days at the Academy. I can't wait.
How carefree of you.
It may sound trivial, but, well, I think it's a good idea.
I understand feeling impatient, Your Highness, but patience is key at a time like this. If we fix up our base, it will improve morale, which will be sorely needed as we...
Fools.
Let's all settle down.
Stay out of this.
No!
Please, calm yourself, Your Highness. We are not your enemies.
My enemies say the same.
Dimitri?
What happened to him? It's like he's a completely different
Even you understand!
I feel so bad for him. Would it help if I brewed him a nice pot of tea?
I cannot claim to understand how he feels. However, the way he's behaving, it's as though he's being haunted by some unseen force.
He wasn't always like this.
Perhaps.
Thank you.
Well, Next time, let's play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Lord help me. See you guys then.